Using grids has made my life a lot easier as a graphic designer, and I'm going to teach you as well. Honestly, I learned it in a very complicated way, but with all my experience on using grids, I'm going to teach you in a very easy method how to create grids and how to design using them. We're going to learn 6 different grids: Modular Grid, Radial Grid, Column Grid, Axial Grid, Baseline Grid, and finally Hierarchical Grid, all in this one video. You can download all these files for your reference. It's in the description. So hey everyone, you're watching GraphiqVibe. Sit back, relax, and let's learn about grids. Axial Grid. An axial grid is based on a single line called axis. All elements are arranged either the left or the right side of this line, or both. It creates a very balanced and clean look. For example, in a poster design, you can keep the title one side and supporting text on the other side, aligned to the center line. Now let's see how to create it. For Axial Grid, we're gonna choose the pen tool and we're gonna create a line from top left corner to the right corner. This will be the main primary guideline, and then we're gonna choose the pen tool again and we're gonna leave some space and do the same. Create a diagonal line. We're done with one side. The other side we're gonna do the same thing. Create a diagonal line to add other text and paragraphs. So let's duplicate it again and place it a bit closer, something like this. So if you want to get it towards the center, you can just choose both lines and place it on the center. Later you can increase it by direct selection tool, and that's pretty much it for Axial Grid. You're gonna choose this and group it together, and you can use this as a grid. Alright, for Axial Grid, remember to follow the diagonal line. So I'm gonna find an image which fits that line angle and rotate it to align with it. Now for the main title, we're gonna follow the same diagonal line, place it behind the character. Next, for the subheading, let's use the opposite line. And finally, for the description, use the other side so that we have a balance to it. Now when we remove the grid, it would look like this. Even though titles, texts are all around the place, it still has clean and neat structure and balance to it. Also, main reason you can use this grid is to explore your creativity. Modular Grid. A modular grid is a layout made in equal boxes or sections called modules. Think of it like a chessboard. Each box helps you to place text, images, or shapes in a very clean and structured way. For example, in a magazine layout, a few boxes can hold headline, another few can hold image, and another can hold text. It keeps everything organized and balanced. Now let's see how to create it. We're gonna go to the rectangle tool and we're going to create a rectangle around the artboard, and then we're gonna choose that rectangle. We're gonna click the transform panel. We're gonna select the reference point to the center, and then we're gonna press the down arrow. We're gonna keep it around 769 so that we have the margin space around it. And then let's choose the triangle we created, and then we're gonna go to object, path, split into grids, and make sure to take the preview. And then in the rows, we're gonna add 1, 2, 3, 4, and even in the columns, we're gonna add 4. Gutter, we're gonna keep 10. Even for the columns, we're gonna keep 10. Click OK and Ctrl G to group it together, and you're done with the modular grid. Now we have created the modular grid. To place your design elements, we have to first focus on giving the bigger space to the primary element. In this particular design, that would be an image. Now let's create a big triangle occupying 70% of the space. Make sure it's inside the modules. Now the next important element would be the title. Let's occupy this whole vertical space modules for the title. Finally, for description and other details, let's use this top 2 modules. If you have done with the planning, now let's get the image and place it below the shape. Choose both, right click, make clipping mask. Let's get the title and place it on the left. Finally, let's get the description and place it on this space. When you're placing the elements, make sure to remove the space. This is how well organized it's gonna look. Honestly, this saves a lot of time on placements. A radial grid. A radial grid starts from one center point and spreads outward in circles or lines. It looks like a sun or a spider web. You place the main element in the center and everything else flows around it. For example, in a poster design, a main title can be in the center and the supporting text can radiate around it, creating a dynamic and an eye-catching look. Now let's see how to create it. For Radial Grid, you have 2 ways to do it. First one, you can use a tool. So when you long press on the line segment tool, you'll find a polar grid tool. You can choose that. So you can just hold Alt and Shift so you can create a radial diagram like this, and then we can use this as a grid. I'm gonna show you a very customized way to do it. You can erase customize this. So firstly, we're gonna choose a pen tool. We're going to click on the corner and find the center point of the layout. Choose this and we're gonna go to edit, copy, and then create a new layer, and then go to edit, paste in front, and then choose the direct selection tool. Select the top corner, hold shift and click and drag. So let's say we're gonna keep one over here, and then again do the same thing. Choose it, go to edit, copy, then again edit, paste in front. Choose the direct selection tool, hold shift and drag it. Maybe we can keep one over here. So repeat the same thing. You can just keep on doing it. Make sure to mark the focal point over here. We can create a small circle, and that's how you create a radial grid. In case if you want to move the focal point, go to direct selection tool and you're going to choose everything, and then you can move it like this. You can place anywhere you want the focal point to be. So this is more a customizable grid, and that's how you create a radial grid. So you can choose everything and Ctrl G to group it together, and you can lock it and use it as a grid. For radial grid, as I said, this focal point is where the main element is gonna be, which would be the title. Let's place it over here, and from this point the design should flow out. We're gonna use these lines as masks for our images. Let's add 3 images, leaving space in between. Finally, let's add a small description. Now we can see that this would be the focal point, and from here we expand the viewer's eyes to check out the whole design. So this is how the radial grid can help in our designs. And main important thing is you can add any element in this space, not just images. Any element that can flow from the focal point. Column grid. Column grid drives your layouts into vertical section called columns. You can place text or images inside one column or span across multiple columns. For example, newspapers and websites use column grid to make reading easy. It helps to guide the viewer's eyes smoothly from top to bottom. Now let's see how to create it. For column grid, it's very similar to how you create a modular grid. Create a rectangle and then do the same thing. You can go to the transform panel, choose a reference point, and you can choose a width. Let's start reducing it until we get a margin space. So once we create a margin line, we're gonna go to object, path, split into grids, and then take the preview. This time we're gonna just give columns, not the rows. Choose the columns and increase it to 4. Gutter space we're gonna keep 10. If you want, you can also increase the gutter space, giving space between the elements. So when you're done, you can just click OK. You can choose everything, Ctrl G and lock it, and you can use this as a grid. Even column grid is similar to modular grid, but this is more of vertical placements. So first let's find out the space for the image. Let's go here on the left, and then let's get the title on the top. We're gonna use the right space for description and other details. Here you can notice that when we place the paragraph on this space, design is losing its balance. How to fix it? Here's where we're gonna break the rules and create another guideline center to this column. And now let's align the text to this line. And when we remove the grid, it would look well balanced and well aligned. So it's okay to break the rules on these kind of situations. Baseline grid is made of horizontal lines that guides text placements. Every line of text sits perfectly on these guides. It makes typography look clean, neat, and professional. For example, in books or editorial design, all paragraphs lines up perfectly across the page, making reading very smooth. Now let's see how to create it. For baseline grid, we're gonna choose a rectangle, and by leaving the margin space, we're gonna create a rectangle like this, and then align it to the center. Take this to the top. So this will be for the primary title, and then choose that and again duplicate it, reduce it a bit. So this will be for the secondary text, and then choose it again, reduce it. This will be for the description or maybe other details. And finally we're gonna create one for the footer. Let's increase it a bit more. Now we're gonna choose the first triangle, and we're gonna go to object, path, split into grids. Same thing. Now we're gonna increase just the rows. Go into the rows and let's add 3. Let's add the gutter space similar to the margin space, and let's click OK. Choose the second rectangle, go to object, path, split into grids. This time we're gonna give 3, and let's increase the gutter space to 10. Choose the third one, go to object, path, split into grids, choose preview, increase the rows to 4. Gutter space we're gonna give 6. Click OK, and then we're gonna choose finally footer. Do the same thing, give 3, keep gutter space as 5. click OK. So this is how you divide the partition and create the baseline grid. Baseline grid, since it's text focused, wanna keep the heading as big as possible. Before that, add a background for the support, and then let's add title, increase it, and then subheading on the right, a small element to balance it, and then the other subheading goes on the left. Finally, description on the right bottom. So when we remove the grid, it would be like this. The design is filled with text. It doesn't make it look text heavy, but it makes it look clean and well aligned. Hierarchical grid. Hierarchical grid is not fixed like other grids. Instead, it's based on importance. The most important element is placed first and made bigger. Then the secondary and the smaller elements follow. For example, in the poster, the headline is large on the top and then image on the center, and details like date, price are smaller at the bottom. Now let's see how to create it. So first we're going to choose a rectangle and we're going to create a random size rectangle. Then we're going to choose that and we're going to align it. Then duplicate it, then reduce a size and paste it on the top. Duplicate it again, paste it, reduce it, duplicate it again, and this is how you create an hierarchical grid. It's completely customizable. For hierarchical grid, let's first add the background and then get the main element take up the bigger space. Let's add title. Let's add the secondary heading on the left bottom, balancing that a small element. Finally, for other details, we're gonna use this top and the bottom portion. For the top, add text and the logo. For the bottom part, let's add description, barcode, and other small details. And when we remove the grid, it will look like this. Perfect hierarchy used. This grid will always help you when you're stuck in a design. Alright guys, that's it for this video. If you really learned something informative, do subscribe and hit the like by showing your support. I'll get a lot more content like this on this channel. Also, you can download all these files. Link is in the description. And I'll see you in the next one.